Assalamu alaikum and welcome. You are live on Salaam Sports here on Salaam Radio, Peterborough 106.2 FM, and I'm pleased to say I'm back after, how long have we been off, Sadat?
Fortnight, 2 weeks.
We've been off for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
It's been way too long. I'm sure you've missed the show. We've missed being on air, but we had to be back today because we had a major sporting event in Peterborough, didn't we?
Yes, we did.
What was going on today?
Running and more running. Yeah, I don't do that.
Did you take part?
What do you think?
So, of course, we've had the Peterborough Half Marathon take place today in Peterborough, the Great Eastern Run, one of the best half marathons in the country, and I didn't take part either.
How come?
I was supposed to be, but we had the coaching and the games and so on. But we've got a brother here from Penny Appeal. Brother Mubarak is here. And brother Mubarak, because you've just done the Peterborough Half Marathon, haven't you?
Yeah, I have indeed, yes.
Okay.
But I've not heard that one before.
I've not had a long time to prepare for my jokes. So thanks for bringing that up. Brother Mubarak, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
You're going to be one of the two guests. We're going to have another guest on later on today, a local brother Shahid, who is volunteering for the half marathon. So hopefully he'll have passed you a bottle of water during your run. But we're going to come on to you, and we're going to come on to the run that you did today, and the reasons why you did it, and how it was for you in a moment.
Yes.
Brother Sadat, what else are we covering in the show today?
Well, we've been away for 2 weeks. I wasn't sure where we're going to start. Do we go over the past, or going into the future, or what's going to
happen? We're a current show. We have to keep it current.
Well, I want to talk a bit about cricket and boxing.
Okay.
And they got mixed up together while we were away. I don't know if you heard.
I did hear, and this is a story I really want to talk about.
Oh, good.
We're talking Ben Stokes, right?
Yeah, Stokes knockout punch.
Were there actual videos of him?
There was, yeah. I was like looking for it all over on social media, and there were videos all over the place. And
can he throw a right hook?
He can throw, yeah.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah. So we'll talk about the cricket come boxing. There was also the Eubank Junior fight last night.
Yes, Eubank winning.
Yeah, convincingly.
Yeah,
really good.
Got him down on the first round.
So any of our boxing fans who listen regularly, feel free to call in. Let me give the contact numbers. Its studio phone is 01733 602 133. That's 602 133. Call in with any questions, comments, or if you want to talk about anything that we're talking about. You can always get in touch. We are Facebook Live, so interact with Facebook Live. Assalamu alaikum, we are Facebook Live. Use the comment section at the bottom and get involved with the show. Brother Mubarak.
Yes.
Thank you for joining us.
No problem.
You've got the medal around your neck. Do you want to just show our viewers that beautiful medal?
Is it that camera there? That one, is it?
Yeah, that is a camera there. Yeah, that's you there. How many medals have you got? How many half marathons have you done?
This is my 8th half marathon now.
Oh, mashallah, it's really good then. So you know what you're doing. You're not a novice.
I like to think so.
Okay. And so how long ago was your first half marathon?
So basically, my journey started last year. Leicester half marathon I did around the same time.
So hang on, wait. So your first half marathon was this time last year?
Yeah, this time last year.
You've done 8 since?
I've done 8 since then, yeah.
Okay, so I've done about 8, but I've done them over
in your
about
whole
8 years. Yeah. I've done them over about 8-9 years. That's incredible. Okay, so you must have really got the running bug.
I have indeed, yeah.
Yeah, how did that kick off?
Basically, it started from... I remember watching Rio 2016, really inspired me.
Mo Farah, of course,
doing the double, obviously 5,000 metres and the 10,000 metres. But I really wanted to run for a cause. And I remember seeing Harumota's posts, which really inspired me.
Okay.
And then I decided to sign up for the Leicester Half Marathon for Penny Appeal.
Sure.
Which was for a orphanage home campaign to raise money to build that basically for Pakistan.
Okay.
Mashallah.
And alhamdulillah, I raised about £1,700, which was fantastic.
That's great. Yeah, for a first run for a half marathon.
Yes,
yeah.
So since then, like I said, I've had the running bug and I've not stopped running since then, to be honest.
Don't mind me asking, I'm going to go quite personal on this.
No, it's fine.
What was your time?
Today?
No, your first half
My
marathon.
first one was 1 hour 56.
Okay, so you've never been slow.
Wow.
You've never been slow. 1 hour 56. So just to give you an indication, so I've done about 8 as well, but my personal best is about 1 hour 56. So his first one was my personal best. And I understand you got a personal best time today
I believe I have, yes. On my watch it's saying 1:36, but I need to look at the official results, hopefully, when they come out.
So just to give our listeners an indication of how fast that is, the full marathon, the world record time is about 2 hours. Isn't
Yes,
it?
yeah.
And the half marathon world record time is about 1 hour. So he's only,
Wow.
he's only like 30, 35. I mean, I know it still sounds like it's a lot. No,
yeah.
but if you think about it, I mean, they run at twice our speed on a good day.
Yeah, they've
So
been training
that's-
for a lot longer than 1 year.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, one year's worth of running. Were you raising money today?
Well, it's all part of my London Marathon appeal, basically. So,
Okay.
alhamdulillah, I've got a place through Penny Appeal to run the London Marathon.
Oh, so they've got their own entries.
Own entries, that's right, yeah.
Brilliant.
So,
What's the minimum
so the
funding?
fundraise target is £5,000.
Right.
And basically that is to raise money for a deep water well in Gambia. So
Wow.
I'm doing this in memory of my late dad, who passed
okay.
away. So basically I'm raising money for that.
Yeah.
So it's all part of the training, and this is all part of the journey for the big
so
one.
London is in April, I think.
April,
isn't it?
yes, that's right, yeah.
So
Wow.
you're well on track because you're in
Inshallah.
October and you're doing half marathons.
Yeah.
And you've got a personal best today.
Yes.
Have you carbo loaded?
I have carb loaded,
Yeah.
yes, I have indeed, yes. And
Whoa,
Sorry,
carb
sir,
loaded.
sorry,
Yeah.
sorry,
sorry,
sorry.
sir.
Whoa, carb loaded. What's that?
I just feel like I've got a guest that I can actually talk to now. So
What are you
carbo
trying to say?
I'm just messing. No, so carb loading is where usually you advance of a run. When you run, you deplete all the energy that's held in your muscles. So what you've got to do is you've got to take on carbohydrates, and the energy you get from your carbohydrates refills your glycogen levels in your muscles and help you deliver energy throughout the run. And post
I'm so
run,
glad you explained that.
yeah. Post run, your muscles are empty, like your stomach's empty, and he's just got to eat. He's got to eat. So what did you have?
well, yesterday I had chicken,
Okay.
but normally I would have pasta and stuff like that.
Yeah. And what did you do
basically.
today? Straight after the race? Did
Oh,
you go-
straight after the race, I just had pizza.
Yeah,
to be honest.
of course you would. Why not?
I just had a pizza.
As soon as I'm halfway there, I had chicken last
chicken
night
and
and I had pizza. Just got to do the running bit.
That was right. Okay, then, mashallah, that's great news. And how much did you raise any money specifically for today, or is this just?
No, not today, but I work in a school in Loughborough. And they've been very supportive. And alhamdulillah, all the children and staff, we basically had done a fundraiser on Friday, where all the children came in like a non-uniform day, so they had to dress up in blue to represent water.
Oh.
And alhamdulillah, we raised £678, which was absolutely amazing.
Yeah, that's brilliant. Yeah.
So this is all part of the journey, basically.
And did you meet many of the Salaam radio team that were running?
Yes, I met Sister Shabina, I believe, and there was another brother there,
Brother Faisal.
Brother Faisal,
Yeah.
and there was a little boy, I couldn't recall his name,
So that was Faisal's son.
and there was another lady, I can't
that
remember
must
his
be
name.
yeah, Faisal's wife. So Faisal's whole family.
Right, so they did the whole run.
Yeah.
Right, okay.
Yeah, so Faisal's whole family
Mashallah.
did it, and then Dr. Shabina did it, and the Salaam Sports Show did not have a representative.
Yeah,
at the
I
race.
did my hamstring.
You did your hamstring
Yeah.
from playing football yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, we were originally going to come along as well, but got coaching today, and then he's done an injury, and I think
Right.
Arif is unavailable as well. But what do you think of the course then? I mean,
It was amazing, absolutely amazing. Seriously, I did Robin Hood 2 weeks ago,
Nottingham?
and that was Nottingham, that was a
Wow.
bit hilly.
Okay.
So in comparison to that, it was a lot flat, and it was a really good course.
Is Robin Hood through the forest?
I think there's an element through
It
the forest,
is.
isn't
It goes
just
through
goes
Wallerton Park, so where you can see the deers and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So there is an element of that. Yeah,
It's a scenic route.
yeah, it's scenic. Yes.
But yeah, it's a little bit tricky. And are you done now for running, or have you got any other runs?
Well,
planned?
I've got Birmingham Marathon next week, next Sunday.
Birmingham
Wow.
Full marathon. That is.
So this was just like a warm up.
Well, yeah.
This is
So
like
what-
a little. It's like a little training
What
run.
took you to marathon? Because you say it's only a year ago. So what? I mean, I know you said you got inspired by it, but why not anything else? Why running?
I think I finally found a niche in something I really enjoy, where you can just kind of get your shoes and
Yeah.
just go, basically, without having to worry about anything. And each time I put my shoes on, I just feel like there's no stress. There's nothing.
Nothing,
It's just that
everything's
freedom. You're just on the
freedom.
road, and
Yeah.
you're just gone, and there's no one there to tell
And do
you
you
what
have
to
any
do.
there's sports people who listen to music or something as they're running, or do you just nothing at all, or is any
try
thoughts
not
going
to,
through?
I try not to listen to music as much as possible, because I think that's a time for me to reflect and kind of, in terms of even meditate, even
Yeah,
at the same
yeah, yeah.
time.
That's a very good question, actually. So a lot of people do. They plug in their earphones, don't they? And they just,
Yeah, there's all
they cloud
sorts.
their mind. But
Yeah.
I think what Brother Mubarak's saying, it resonates chord with me as well, because when you're running and you hear nothing but just your footsteps,
Yeah.
and it's the constant repetitive footsteps.
So
it's
you
they
manage to like blank everything
everything
and
out.
everybody
really do.
out.
I mean, you're
so you're not even
aware
taking the scenery or anything like that.
okay, so you're aware of the traffic. Obviously, you got to be aware of the traffic
yeah.
and stuff, and the scenery. If you live, if you're running in a new place that you've not run before, you might, be aware of the scenery around you. But if you're going to a place that you regularly run and it's just the step in your head, then you get into your own space, don't you? You do reflect. You do have your own time. It's actually a brilliant way of switching off mentally whilst working on your physical side. Another thing that you said, Brother Mubarak, which I really love about running, and I think everybody can adapt this in their lives, because there's no expensive equipment involved.
Well,
There's no expensive kit involved. It's not like you got to buy yourself a pair of shin pads and boots or a whole cricket gear or a set of golf clubs or whatever it is. You've got trainers, you've got a PE kit, and you can be out that door and you can just go run around the block and you can just increase and increase. It's only when you start doing longer distances that you need specialist footwear and all that kind of stuff.
That's right, yeah.
So, it's definitely something that you should consider, Sadat.
I've been considering it for a long time.
Yeah, I've tried to get you on it, haven't
No,
you?
I've considered it a lot.
Yeah.
And I'm still considering it.
And, okay, so the marathon, the Birmingham Marathon.
Birmingham
next week,
Marathon.
is that the first marathon that you're
That's
doing?
my first full marathon.
Oh,
I thought
wow.
it's a good time to step up the notch now. Since I've done quite a few half marathons now. And then I've got a rugby half marathon.
Okay.
2 weeks after that.
So with your first marathon, again, sorry to interrupt. So you've done this half marathon 1 hour 36.
Yeah.
Inshallah, when you get
Inshallah,
the third
that's
time
good.
comes through. Now, Image is saying what the world record is 3 hours for full marathon. 2 hours, sorry, for a full marathon.
About 2 hours for a
2
full
hours
marathon, yeah.
for full marathon. So
Nowhere
what
near
time
that.
are you? No, fair enough.
Nowhere near that.
But what time would you expect? Would you expect? Is it straightforward as double? Like, okay, if you do it in 3 hours because you've done
I
a
mean,
half
if I
one.
kept my pace,
Yeah.
what I did today, we're looking around 3:30.
Yeah,
But it's incredibly hard, you know that, and not many people realize. When you're doing long distances, it's not just about your legs, but mentally you got to be very, you got to be strong up there.
Yeah.
So if I could keep up the pace, then inshallah I'll be. Really
I mean, a
happy
rule
to
of
get
thumb
that.
is double the time and add 10%.
Yeah,
Oh, is
exactly.
it?
Yeah, I'd
So
10% as well. Yeah.
if he doubles the time, 1:36, what's that? 3 hours 12, and then add 10%, it's another 20 minutes, isn't it? So 3 hours, 3.5 hours.
3.5 hours, yeah. 3.5
I mean,
hours.
sub 4 hours.
Sub
is
so
four,
usual.
sub
between
four
three
is my
and-
target.
Yeah.
I'm really happy to get sub 4.
Brother
this will be the
Mubarak-
first marathon as well, isn't it? It's the first full marathon.
full
First full
marathon.
marathon,
First
yeah.
full marathon.
I think,
Inshallah, make the high course.
inshallah you will. Anything under 4 hours is fantastic. 3 hours 30 will be a great time, I think, to get out there. And then I'm sure you'll try and improve your personal best as time goes by.
Inshallah, definitely.
Brother Mubarak, I don't know you well enough.
Okay.
Do I know you well enough?
Please don't call, get that one out.
Do I know you well enough to be able to call you that?
You can call me that. It's
I'll just
fine.
set it
Please
out
don't
when you
tell
ask the
me-
question.
Please don't tell me how I got that name. I honestly don't know. A lot of people know me as Quack. But
So we don't know. That was going to be the question. What's
it's
the
like
history behind?
somebody named me that many years ago, and I honestly don't know where it's come from.
Go on,
basically.
Quack. You're doing an amazing work.
Who was
Yeah.
that?
Bilal Musa.
Bilal Musa.
Yeah.
Oh.
Have you got a nickname for him?
Yeah.
No, I don't have nicknames. No.
Let's share nicknames. No, so Harun's just got in touch.
Okay.
So on the Salaam Sports page, if you guys are following it, watching it on Facebook, there's a link there for all the challenges that Pen Appeal are supporting, and I'm sure there's a link there to contribute to the fundraising efforts that you guys are making.
Yes.
So I'd urge all of our listeners to make a contribution if they can do. Harun Mutta's the one that said go Quack.
Team Orange.
Farhana Arden says, wow, bro, go on.
Oh, that's my sister-in-law.
Oh, okay. And
Okay.
Hamera Quack Sheikh.
Oh, that's my wife.
She's adopted your
She's adopted
nickname
my name.
as
I
a
know
middle
she has.
name.
That's-
Oh, wow, mashallah, this is
Yeah, credit to her, mashallah.
this is good stuff. So they get lots of interaction as a
Thank
result
you.
of our guest on today. So that's great news.
Thank you.
And so obviously you've got the Birmingham full marathon next week. You are going to put your feet up for a little while, right? You are going to rest. and
I
recover.
am definitely.
Yeah, yeah.
I think I've put a lot of miles in, and to training for Birmingham Full.
Sure.
So I think I am gonna ease it up a bit afterwards.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm just going to go over here because I think
Yep.
Faisal said, so I think Faisal said, I'd like to encourage people from the community to take part in running. It's a great event, basically. It really is, isn't it? It's an
It
excellent way,
is.
especially with, our people of our background. We've got health issues, we've got
Yes.
dietary issues, nutrition issues, and
Yeah.
This is a very, very simple, straightforward thing to get involved. How would you suggest that the average Sadat Akram sat here could get involved? Because you started running, you've got the bug, and mashallah, you're in great shape, you're doing great times. This is where he wants to get to. This time next year.
I think running is for everyone, seriously.
Yeah.
Even if you have to walk, jog, it is for everyone. And a lot of people have this misconception out there where you have to be a super, you've got to be a speed demon to be a runner.
Yeah.
But it's not about that. And it's all about just enjoying it, putting your running shoes on and just enjoy it, basically. To begin with, it's always going to be hard.
So to start off, should I start off just going around the block?
Just going around the block and then
just one block one day.
Yeah, one block one day, and then each week kind of increase the mileage.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of science behind it, but you learn that as you go. But there's nothing to stop you. I mean, you shouldn't let anything confuse you.
No, I'll try.
Just go out there and run.
I want to do the block, and do that stuff like block, blah, blah. But then especially since I started Salaam Sports and Salaam Radio on here, I get out the block. There's just too many people to Salaam, and then you're standing around, and I'm so popular, bruv. You know what I mean? It's like,
that must be awful.
It is, you know what I mean? And then I'll try to take the wife out with me, and then she says she's going forward.
She's an even bigger celebrity than you.
No. Let's not go that far.
Okay, fair enough. Now, so I'd like to thank you for coming on.
No problem.
Thanks for having
me. Thanks, Jazakallah, for having me. Thank you.
It's been fantastic having you on, and genuinely really, really impressed with your times and stuff.
Jazakallah,
We've got to start working on this. We've got to start upping our running as well.
I think.
As in me and you. Yeah. You can be my coach. You can be on the bike. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's
the one. The one that helps Rocky in the car. It's like, come on.
Exactly. Brother Mubarak, thank you so much for coming in.
Jazakallah for having me. Thank you. Really
appreciate your running.
Jazakallah, thank you for
Nice
having
one.
me. Thank you.
Assalamu alaikum. Let's continue with the show. Where should we go to from here?
Well, we normally start off with the cricket, don't we? And there's tennis. Also, there's Formula One. That's just happened.
Yeah.
Victory. I think he's got it now, hasn't he? Lewis Hamilton. He's in the bag. When I say he's in the bag, he's not
top of the league.
He's on top of the league.
Yeah.
I think he's about 59 points ahead with 100 available.
That's in the bag, isn't it?
It's in the bag, isn't it?
Yeah.
That means...
I think if he wins one, it's over, right?
That's surely, yeah, because he's got to get all the 100 points Vettel has, and got to hope that he gets no points.
Yeah. It's not going to happen.
Yeah.
It's not going to happen. It's pretty much in the bag.
Yeah.
But that's okay. And hang on, this is what does this say? This is driving better than ever, qualifying 10th pole in 16 races.
Yeah, this was on the poll. So I was as I was doing it during the week, and I wasn't sure what time the race was actually on Sunday. But obviously, as it was in Japan, by the time
so
we got up the race, it was an early race. It had been done, and he's obviously won the race. And Vettel actually retired early on the 4th. I think he had some mechanical fault on the Mercedes. See, now it's all going the other way around.
It's all going the other way around. So yeah, Imtiaz has had his fair share of bad luck as well, hasn't he?
Yes.
But finally, it's the shoe is on the other foot.
Yes,
as they say sometimes. Is it too early to congratulate Lewis Hamilton?
No.
Do you want to curse it?
No.
It's
well done, Lewis Hamilton. Shabash.
Well done. What about the tennis?
Nadal. He's got to the final of the China Open. And that's today. That's probably happened as well if it's in China. I don't know what time it was.
They're about 7 hours ahead, aren't they, or something?
Are they? So they're probably playing at the moment or done. But yeah, and he's playing Nick Kyrgios.
I've no idea.
I heard his name before. And
is that Australian?
He's an Aussie. Down under.
Okay.
G'day.
And
do you like that? No, the Aussie.
No, it's all right.
Okay.
But he's dominating.
Nadal #1 now, isn't he?
All of a sudden.
Yeah, because the others are all injured, and I remember saying I don't think he'll ever come back. And personally, I just think it's good for him. Yeah. And he seems like a really nice bloke and everything he sees. He's not coming into any controversy or anything like that.
Sure.
But I just feel it's not reflecting the true story in tennis. I don't think he's good enough to be #1 if the others were on the not injured. So I think it's by default.
I think it might be, but at the same time, you can only beat what's in front of you.
Yes.
And if they're injured, they're injured. That's what happens, doesn't it, sometimes in sports?
Yeah, I felt that yesterday.
You felt that yesterday. Yeah. Well, I was saying the same thing. Like, so we played FCP at Rutherford, the adult first team played, and we drew 2-2, 0-0.
0-0.
I don't know where 2 alls come from. We drew 0-0, but the point being, there was a number of players that we didn't have. They were injured, whatever. But that's just part and parcel of the game.
Does that happen as this time of the season? What were we in October? So
it's still a bit early season.
Yeah.
These are, I don't know, it's just like, it varies. it varies. Some people have taken a knock, some people have carried.
Not wedding seasons, is it?
It's not wedding season. No, that was a few weeks ago. Yeah, so we had wedding issues already. But no, this week it was just a case of, we had a limited number of players available, and you've got to, in terms of being the best team over the league, you've got to manage those injuries. You've got to have a little bit of strength and depth and so on. Just going back to Nadal, Nadal, he's doing what he needs to do. He's had his fair share of injuries.
He has. I would say
he's come back now, and he's fully fit, and he's playing really, really well. And it just so happens that the others are injured. I think it would be nice for a neutral to have, the top 4 players fully fit and hitting all the semi-finals in a major tournament and see what happens, because that would make for a classic tournament.
Yeah, because I think maybe it's just me, but it does seem to be the same names usually, and then there's no one really other there to compete other than the usual 4 or 5, shall we say, players. And so he's got there to the final, but everyone expecting it, and I suppose expecting him to win. So Nick Kyrgios has got a powerful return and a hard hitter.
Yeah?
Yeah.
He's got a big serve as well.
Big serve, and he smashes it back beautifully in his return.
Okay, so it'd be interesting to know what happened in that. If anybody is watching that or following that, feel free to interact with our Facebook page and tell us how that match is going. Let's talk about Stokes.
So you've not seen it then?
No, okay, so I'm aware of this.
Yeah.
I'm sure I've been sent links of the video, but for some, I've not clicked on it. I've not seen it. I've had an opportunity to see it. I've not. I'm definitely going to go back and can find it. But what happened? Who is it with? What happened? What was the background?
A drunken night out. There was a few players. Hales, I think, was there, and a couple of other players. Obviously, the whole story is not on the social media with the video, because I was just watching the punch. I want to say, is it going to lay it? Is it going to lay it? So there's a lot of handbags first, and then it wasn't a matter of the other one was squaring up to him or anything. It was outside, probably outside a club or on the street somewhere anyway. And he thought about it. He's a couple of swings and he missed, and then eventually it looked like it was going to be over. And they said no, pushing him back, and then he thought, no, I'm going to lay one in.
Who did he punch?
No, I'm not sure who he punched. No one knows who went down.
Was it just some random
club? Yeah, Joe Blogs.
So not another fellow cricketer.
Oh no, not.
So it's not like the Joe Root incident in a Birmingham bar when
with the Australian. What was it? I forgot his name there, but I know which one you want.
It just makes it a little bit more interesting.
Yeah, isn't it? Yeah. But it's he's now been deselected for the Australian tour for the Ashes.
Yeah, so that's a big call.
Yep.
And why is that? Is that because he's
all of a sudden the stories? Obviously, he's still under. I don't think he's been charged. He was arrested. I think who else was it? Ben Stokes was there. He's not going to travel. He was arrested on actual bodily harm.
Yeah.
And it was outside the Bristol nightclub. Mm-hmm. Okay. But Stephen Finn be added to the tour party. Bairstow, that was it. And Plunkett will be given written warnings for their conduct because they were there at the time.
Oh. Okay.
So,
but they didn't actually throw a punch.
No, they didn't. Yeah. So, when the story came out, I think I can't remember who it was now. Ex-England captain Vaughan. Yeah, he was on some social media, and he was going out there. There was all other stories that happened where they've been out partying late night, and there've been a bit of riff-raff and pushing stuff. Nothing as serious as a punch or anything like that. And they said they stopped the story from coming out. And I was thinking, how can you stop a story from coming out? They just stopped it. They put a hold on it. It must have been some injunction or something. I don't know. And he said that the cricket board was slow to take action then, and that's probably what's caused it, and they need to take some responsibility for what's happened. But I'm thinking, surely he's old enough, big enough to look after.
Okay, well, tell me something then. What is it about this story that makes it big enough for him to be dropped from the squad? Now, in terms of the professional sports people, and they go out, they're having drinks. This must happen to, it happens to footballers. They go out, they get into trouble or whatever.
Yep.
He's thrown a punch. Is it the fact
Rooney
that it's been
recently? All right, he's not physical punch, but
Rooney.
Yeah.
I thought you were talking about the drinking driving with Rooney.
Oh yes, yeah. Oh yes, yes, absolutely.
Yeah,
Rooney.
No,
there was other stuff in there. Yeah.
But lots and lots of players get involved in lots and lots of stuff.
Yeah.
What is it? I mean, he's been dropped from the squad that's touring Australia. What is that all about? That's a major reprimand, isn't it? Do you think it's?
I think it's justified. Is it not?
Is it justified?
Yeah,
I mean,
he's a public figure. He's a sportsman. Loads of kids, especially Stokes being so popular as well, will be following him.
Yeah.
And if you have behaviour like this and then take him to the tour, what sort of message is that sending?
I don't know. I don't know.
Be a bad message, I think.
No.
I didn't want a word for word message.
Yeah, it'd be a bad message. But what I'm saying is, is this really as serious as they're making out? I know it's a punch, and I know he's been charged with ABH, but there's people. I mean, that's his personal life, right? That's outside of cricket. Is he bringing the game into disrepute? Is that what it is?
Well, yeah, he's highlighting it onto not the game, but onto the team, and he's bringing baggage that is just not needed.
Okay, and then is this just dropped from this tour, or is this your England career is over because you've been charged?
I think it's from this tour, and I don't think it'll be over. Okay. And it'll be. Just okay, let's see what the police do, and it's current, it's happening at the moment. Okay, we're stopping because we're going on tour now. That's it. You're not going. Let's sort this out before anything happens, and then might be a further punishment fine from the England board themselves after seeing what happens with the case itself. I can only assume. I
don't know. Maybe.
What about Mohamed Amir? He got banned, didn't he? He did his time and then he came back. So I think he'll get punished. He'll do his time, as they say.
No. Mohamed Amir did something completely different. He brought the game into disrepute by spot betting on actual matches. Yeah, this is a guy in a bar, probably being intimidated, probably just been antagonised. He's had a few drinks and he threw a punch. It wasn't.
He didn't look like he was being antagonised. It looked like the other guy realised that I better not mess with him. But he was moving back.
What about those former Leeds United players who were out in a bar and they got charged with a racist assault on
Lee Boyer, wasn't it?
Yeah, there was 3 or 4 of them, weren't there?
Yeah.
They didn't get dropped from their teams. They didn't get dropped from the international setup. I remember one of them was an England international. I forget now who it was, but
did they not get dropped from the? I think they did get internationally. I don't know about the teams. It's, like I say, go back to the Rooney. He's not got dropped from Everton, has he? Since the drink driving incident, he's apologised. He's done all that, and I think. Come to think about it, I've not seen if Stokes has actually done any tweet or anything about this.
Something doesn't quite sit right with me on this particular story. I don't know why. But we're going to go into a break now.
Okay.
So if any of our listeners, viewers have a comment, please feel free to get in touch and let us know what you think. We'll join you after this short break.
Short ad break. I've just come out of Penny Appeal's orphans accommodation. Brothers and sisters, they've got a kitchen where they're getting fresh food cooked and served to them. They've got foster mothers looking after them. These are how orphans should be looked after. Sponsor an orphan for pennies a day. Call 03000 11 11 11 or visit the website pennyappeal.org. Remember, small change, big difference.
Sefer Turkish Mediterranean Restaurant. We're open 7 days a week, offering meal deals, cold starters, hot starters, house specials, kids meals, grills, burgers, fish dishes and desserts. Seating for families available too. We also cater for birthday parties and weddings. Sefer Turkish Mediterranean Restaurant. Great food at great prices. 349 Lincoln Road, Peterborough, PE1 2PF. Call us on 01733 566 565.
Iqra Academy is the only Muslim girls' school in Cambridgeshire where your daughter will develop her knowledge of Islam and the national curriculum in a safe environment. Ofsted has judged the teaching and learning, leadership and management, pupil behaviour and personal development as good in June 2017. Iqra Academy's qualified staff teach in small classes, and the school is producing sports teams who have a track record of succeeding at national level. With reduced fees and a good rating 3 times from Ofsted, why not consider Iqra Academy for your daughter? Enroll now to avoid disappointment. Please contact 01733 331 433 or email admin@iqraacademy.org.uk.
Do you have lots of clutter at home or in the office that needs to be kept but nowhere to keep it? Ivet Self-Storage offers a secure, affordable, clean and dry home for your belongings. We have security systems in place which are monitored 24 hours a day, ensuring that your items are safe. With a simple monthly payment, Ivet Self-Storage provides secure and tailored facilities to meet your specific requirements, whether short or long term. We offer the best prices and longest opening hours in Peterborough. For more information, please call on 01733 306 456 or visit us at Ivet Way, Westwood.
मेरा नाम आयशा है और मेरा ताल्लुक कश्मीर ऑर्फन्स रिलीफ ट्रस्ट मीरपुर से है। कोर्ट एजुकेशनल कम्प्लेक्स जरीकस मेरे ख्वाबों की जन्नत, जहां बेहतरीन देखभाल, आला तालीम, बेपनाह प्यार और मेहरबान शफकत हम सबको हासिल है। अब फेज 2 में 500 बच्चों और बच्चियों के लिए रिहाइशगाहें बन रही हैं और इसके लिए 9 करोड़ रुपए चाहिए। मुझे यकीन है आप मायूस नहीं करेंगे।
कश्मीर ऑर्फन्स रिलीफ ट्रस्ट 0300 123 774 court.org.uk।
या अल्लाह हमारे जहनों में इस्लाम का सही तसव्वुर कायम फरमा। या रब्बुल आलमीन हमारे दिलों में अपने हबीब नबी करीम सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वसल्लम की सच्ची मोहब्बत पैदा फरमा दे। या इलाहुल आलमीन हमारे दुनियावी और दीनवी तमाम मामलात को दुरुस्त फरमा दे। या अल्लाह हमारे सीनों में इस्लाम की सच्ची तड़प पैदा फरमा। या रब्बुल आलमीन हम सबको नमाज पढ़ने, पाबंदी से नमाज पढ़ने और बाजमात नमाज पढ़ने की तौफीक अता फरमा। आमीन सुम्मा आमीन।
Peterborough's community radio station, Salaam Radio, 106.2 FM.
And welcome back. This is Salaam Sports here on Salaam Radio 106.2 FM. Thank you for joining us again after the break. And thank you for joining us, Inspire FM 105.1 in Luton. We forgot to give them a shout out at the start of our show. Luton. I was so excited to be back that I completely forgot to give them a shout out.
They're
so
third as well in this Division 2.
You know your sport, don't you? It's a good job you're on this show.
Come on.
They're third in which division?
Division 2.
You said that
Division
like you were
2. Yeah, no, I doubled. No, I was just backtracking.
Did they play yesterday?
I don't know. I just saw the table. I won't lie. I saw it. They were third, and Peterborough lost.
Peterborough lost
3 or something like that. It was
they had a really good start to the season.
Game. Yeah, they did, and they seem to be
it's stuttering a little bit now.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh. Okay. Well, what do you think of Brother Mubarak?
Brilliant.
Awesome, right?
Yeah.
It's 8 half marathons in 1 year. His first marathon. He's talking about it like, I'm doing my first marathon next week.
Yeah.
Like, you've just done a half marathon. He's got a medal around his neck, and he's just like bopping around like just.
I probably might put the medal down on the table, and I might take it.
I think you should earn your own one. I think that's what you should do.
Yeah.
I think you should put it in your diary.
Longer than just
you want to put it in your diary,
table.
Peterborough half marathon this time next year. Do it.
I'd
Get
love
you
to.
on it. I'll do a training plan for you if you want.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
It didn't take a lot of selling, did it? You're like,
No,
fine.
yeah. No, I want to do. I need to.
Yeah.
And I want to. And I want to do it with my family, to be honest, and like get more him involved, and get my wife involved and everything. And we always talk about it, to be honest. And then it's like, let's just buy a treadmill. And I said, I'm not buying a treadmill. So I'm not doing that.
Don't buy a treadmill.
Yeah.
Don't. Just go out and run. There's plenty of parks. You just go to Queen's Park.
It's Queen's Park,
yeah,
isn't
just do a
it?
couple of
Yeah.
laps. That's a kilometre. I think the circumference is about a kilometre.
Yeah.
Do that a couple of times. Warm up a little bit.
My wife does that. She goes every morning, does a walk. Where they've got a little group, a female group, do a lot of walk around the Queen's Park, and she goes, let's go running.
I heard some serious bass in my ears, and I didn't know what. I think Kasim's trying to tell me something. Sorry, Kasim, I didn't hear a word that you said.
Give us a wave, Kasim. Give us a wave.
Absolutely cannot hear anything in my ears whatsoever. So I'm gonna pretend. I'm gonna pretend that didn't even happen. Let's move on with the show. So we were talking a little bit about Ben Stokes.
Yes.
And so he's been dropped. Who are the inclusions then? So they've got Johnny Bairstow in, haven't they?
Yeah, Jack Ball and Liam Punk will have each been given written warnings. They're already in there, weren't they?
And was it Stephen Finn's coming for Ben Stokes?
Yes, Stephen Finn's come in.
And this is for the Ashes.
Yeah.
Big one.
Big loss, that is.
It's a big loss, in terms of that player. But
why didn't they bring Peterson back?
How are you feeling about our chances in the Ashes?
Not good.
Really?
Yeah, that was before Ben Stokes' issue.
I don't think he would, tilt the balance on this one. I don't think he's that crucial a player in a squad that's so depleted.
He's a key player, but I
mean, he can make the odd difference here and there in odd innings, but he's not going to be man of the series, is he?
No.
Yeah, so
I think England away in Australia, I don't think they'll do very well.
Is it away?
Yeah, I believe so. It's away. It's to Australia.
Yeah, it's a winter tour, isn't it? Yeah, it's going to have to be there.
Yeah.
Our winter's their summer and all that.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. What else is going on in cricket? So there was another game, wasn't there?
Yeah, Pakistan lost the first test to Sri Lanka in Dubai. There's going to be that. I said they're going to Pakistan, Sri Lanka. They're going to play a one day in Lahore, but at the moment the test matches is in Dubai.
Okay, so talk me through this test match because I heard
it was a shocker.
I heard it was a very exciting one.
Well, yes, I suppose you can say it was exciting. Sri Lanka posted 419. Pakistan then batted and posted 422.
Ooh, a 3-run lead.
3-run lead. And then bowled out Sri Lanka 438.
So they won the game.
135 to need. No problem.
Piece of cake, right?
Might as well send you number 11 in that opening. It's going to happen.
135 is a decent...
Not a problem.
Yeah?
No problem.
So what happened?
Well, Pakistan decided to get all out for 114. So they lost by 21 runs.
What, proper collapse?
Proper collapse. I didn't get to see the game, but, you know, just seeing the scorecard and everything, it was just ridiculous. And they're not doing great now either on the second test.
Okay, so how far are we in the second test?
Second test is third day. Sri Lanka have posted 482. And Pakistan, as I left the day, was 153 for 4.
So not great at all.
No, and they need to win it because it's only a 2-test series.
So if they win this one, it's going to be a drawing series.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough.
So they're going to, you know, lose points and not get to that number 1 spot again
for a while.
Yeah,
but we celebrated. We celebrated when it happened.
We did.
We celebrated when it happened. So fair enough. We can't have everything we want. Can we just move on briefly to Harry Kane?
Harry Kane.
Well, I was going to say football, but it's all about Harry Kane right now, isn't it? I mean, is he the best striker in the world right now?
You know what? Someone who asked me that. My son asked me that, and I said no.
So I said that because occasionally I say something that I know is going to be controversial, and people are going to be like, "What are you talking about? You don't know anything about football." I said Harry Kane, best striker in the world, and the guy goes, "Yeah, he probably is." It's not.
Which guy?
I guess it's one of the best plays for me. What do you think? I mean, he got a Champions League hat trick. I know it was against some random team, but it was still a Champions League hat trick. He got a brace over the weekend for Tottenham, and then he scores a crucial goal in the last minute. It was a crucial goal. He's a striker. He's a striker.
Rubbish game.
He's a striker. Yeah, his job is to score goals. He scored a crucial goal.
Is he the only striker for England? Because they play at one up front.
I mean, it's him, Vardy, Sturridge when he's not injured.
Yeah, so they don't normally play with 2 strikers. They've got Rashford on the wing.
Rashford's on the wing,
who's it on the other side? It's either Sterling or Lingard.
Yeah.
So you expect him to score the goals for England. So those last minute poachers and stuff.
Yeah, but the fact that he's got 6 goals in 3 games in the space of a week.
How many has what's his name? Lukaku got?
Lukaku's got 8 or 9.
More goals than Kane in his last few games for Belgium and for Man United.
Yeah, Lukaku's
I wouldn't say Lukaku's the best striker in the world.
Who would you say is the best striker in the world? Or do you not know enough about world football to make that kind of...
Ouch.
No, I'm just asking. No, I'm asking. I don't know. Ouch. No, because sometimes people mention like these obscure players that play...
Griezmann.
Wait, no, he's not completely obscure. But do you know what I mean? Like they'll mention players and be like...
Suarez, I don't think gets enough credit. I don't know if it's because he's playing for Barcelona and everyone talks about Messi.
Well, Suarez has got the same issue that Neymar
has. Neymar
walked out, and now all of a sudden Neymar's like now a major player. But when he was in Barcelona, he was in Messi's shadow. But yeah, Suarez is obviously...
I think Suarez ahead of Kane. I think Cavani, Griezmann, even though I was there, I think they're ahead of Kane because it's not over a month. You know, yes, he was leading goal scorer last season. I think, was he not?
Yeah, he got the golden boot. 2 golden boots in 2 years.
Yeah, so I will see. I think now it's Champions League. I know he's got a hat trick against some other team, but we'll see how it goes along and how he does for England after the qualifiers. Because England qualifiers, they struggle to win their games. They get through, and then when they come up to half-decent teams in the World Cup and expectations are really high, it's coming home. No, they're coming home.
Everybody puts out the St George's flags.
And they're coming home.
They're coming home a little bit sooner than they expected to. The shocking one, obviously, was the defeat to Iceland.
Yes.
I don't want to remind anyone of, but we did lose to Iceland in a knockout game in the World Cup. We got the easiest draw that we possibly could have got. We knew they had nothing but a long throw and some heading ability, and we got done
by their long throw and heading abilities.
But the thing I find about England, it's been the case for at least the last 15 years, maybe even more. Maybe like from the time that Sven-Göran Eriksson took over. Do you remember when he took over ages ago?
Sven.
You have to watch them, but you know they're going to be boring. You find that?
Yeah, they're not an exciting team. England, I was going to say, never been an exciting team, but I don't know. They have the Gascoigne times. They were decent. So when they beat Holland, was it 7-1 or something like that at Wembley?
So obviously, Italia 90, Euro 96, the 2 big tournaments where we hit semi-finals, and we were playing some really, really good football. But then after that, it's just seemed to be like, since 2000, I can't remember an exciting... Okay, Wayne Rooney, when he burst onto the scene, looked like an exciting player, and he did.
Well, did well on paper. England have an exciting players.
Yeah,
but when they come on the pitch, they're a bit like United were 2-3 seasons ago. With Van Gaal, they're just passing the ball, not really going anywhere.
Passing it sideways, backwards.
Yeah, just keeping that ball. Just let's not lose the ball.
And let's not concede. They're basically trying to not concede.
Yeah.
They're not really an exciting team to watch. And the match against Slovenia, I mean, it could have gone the other way. Joe Hart made a couple of good saves.
Okay, I didn't watch the game.
Okay, yeah. So, yeah, I mean,
they're playing tonight. I know that.
Who they got tonight? Is this the final game of the qualifiers?
Latvia, or was it
Lithuania?
Lithuania, isn't it? Sorry.
Okay.
Yeah.
And how do you think he's going to shape up for that one, though? He's not really going to put out his. Is he going to give people a chance? Do you think he's going to start?
Well, England have already qualified and they're at the top, so I'll be surprised if he puts out the big guns, shall we say.
He might just rest them.
Because not just for the tournament, obviously for the Premier League. I reckon he's got a few phone calls from Mourinho and other managers saying, look, Fellaini's done his knee ligaments. I don't want no more injuries. I've got enough injuries as it is.
Has Fellaini done his knee ligaments?
Yeah, over the weekend. He did it for Belgium.
Oh, man.
So, and he started the last 3 Premier League games for United. So, that's going to be a big miss for United.
Yeah, no, he's actually coming out of his shell and he's becoming a decent player for them, hasn't he?
Yes. Oh, he's he's been utilised very well, shall we say.
I think he's underappreciated by the United fans.
He was.
I think he still is.
I think he was probably the first on the list when they say who's going to leave since Mourinho came in. It was like, Fellaini's gone. But no.
no, he's hung about. Yeah. He's hung about. Lithuania tonight. I mean, I don't know. I know that international managers do get pressure from their club managers to try and protect their players. But, if I was in his position, I'd start thinking about the way we're going to line up at the tournament. We're at the tournament now. We're at the World Cup in Russia. You've got to start developing some kind of consistency in your team. I can just see it now. We'll pull out a half-hearted team. We'll probably struggle to a 1-0 win, 2-0 win maybe against Lithuania, and all the friendlies will be experimenting, with different players in different positions, and it's not really going to solve a puzzle for us because.
So what will they be doing during these qualifiers? He's not been experimenting then, hasn't he? Surely he knows his team, he knows his formation, he knows what he wants to do by now.
Yeah, but I just think every time we qualify, we always go through this period where we start doing different things. And I know we're not playing exciting football, so we probably need to change it up. But you need to change it up, and you need to be consistent in the approach that you take.
Yeah.
But I just got the feeling he's going to use these friendlies to give people caps that are never going to make it on the plane to Russia. We're going to try a different system. We might go 3-5-2. We might, whatever, 4-4-2 or 4-4-1, whatever it is he'll do. He'll just mess about with. And then we'll get to the tournament and we'll still be confused as to who our best team is, what our best formation is, how we should play.
Yeah, I don't really watch the friendlies or the qualifiers because it is the same. Like you say, it's the same. It's boring from England point of view. I mean, it's interesting that other teams, because I know we're talking about England at the moment. Argentina's struggling. They're not going to get through.
So they drew to
Holland are struggling. They're not going to get through. Well, they have to beat Sweden by 7 goals in their next game, which is tomorrow or on Tuesday.
Oh, that's one to watch.
Yeah,
that's one to watch.
I don't think that's going to happen.
They'll go for it, though. Obviously, they're going to go for it.
They have to. I mean, the advantage, I suppose, if you say such thing, is they're playing at home, so they've got
the crowd's going to be there.
Yeah, 7 goals. No,
it's the kind of game you'd want to go and watch because they're going to be going all out attack. It's going to be a very.
You'd hope
fun
so,
game
but
to watch.
Holland is just. Oh, I'm so disappointed. I always loved Holland since I was a kid. Sort of thing. Ruud Gullit, Van Basten,
of course,
Rijkaard. You think they were the great players.
Oh, guess who's watching us?
Who's watching?
Ishfaq Ali is watching us.
Ishfaq,
I'm sure you followed the fight last night. Eubank fight. Eubank is just destroying everyone that's coming into his path.
Yeah.
Share your
is
comments.
He better than his dad?
No. How dare you say that?
No.
How dare you say that? No,
I didn't say he is.
Chris Eubank was a legend. Back in the day, his fights were just like everybody watched those. He was a proper showman as well. He had a lot of class about him, and he was a genuinely good boxer.
Yeah, but he's not. He's only lost 1 match as well, Junior, hasn't he? Chris Eubank Junior.
Yeah, but he's not been around that long.
Hasn't he?
No, he hasn't. Ishfaq, call into the show 01733602133 and let us know what you thought about the fight last night. I'm sure you did watch it. If not, just drop us a text and give us some talking points.
He's 28 years old and you're telling me he hasn't been around a lot in boxing. He's been around for a while.
Has he got a title?
Junior.
If he's 20, junior. Has Junior got a title?
That is his title, Eubank Junior.
You just call him Junior. No, I mean he's supposed to be the real deal, but he divides a lot of opinion as well, because I don't know. He's quite arrogant, but then his dad was arrogant. Yeah. So I don't know. I don't know enough about him.
Nor do I. But I mean, would he be like that because his dad was like that and his dad was successful?
His dad was successful because he's also a really good boxer.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, he had something to be arrogant about.
Yeah, exactly.
But then, so from stats wise, like I said, I've not seen any of his fights. But Junior, he's been beaten only once in previous 26 bouts, and he put this undefeated Yildirim, what his name was, I don't know.
I can't pronounce his name.
26 on his knee in the first round. On his knee.
How long did the fight last?
I think it only lasted about 4 rounds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you think about Hey Bellew?
I know. What was that all about? I saw that and I thought both look unfit, overweight.
I know what they're gonna, because they've still got. They
should be doing commentary. That's what they've been doing.
Bellew's been doing quite a bit of commentary. Yeah, actually, no, David Hay as well. Yeah, no, you're right. But no, they've got a few months to get into shape. But I mean,
they need it.
The first fight was supposed to be like this massive showpiece event that David Hay was just gonna announce his return to heavyweight boxing in a big way, and then he ruptured his Achilles. I don't know if you remember.
Yes, yeah, Achilles. Yeah, that was his excuse, wasn't it?
It wasn't. He actually ruptured his Achilles.
That was his excuse.
So there was a lot of talk before the fight, but at the same time, I think Bellew might have done his wrist in as well during the fight. So
yes,
there was a couple of crocs fighting.
But it was the same. And again, when we were saying before the matches, when they did the chat, and there was, I knocked him out here, and giving it all that.
Yeah.
And then afterwards, he's a nice guy, he's a lovely guy, he's a good boxer, love him.
I've got a slightly different feeling about this particular fight. And that is because at the beginning, before the last fight, they were giving it all that. Genuinely, like you say.
Yeah.
It was disgraceful, it was disrespectful. He called the Liverpool crowd like a bunch of morons or something like that. He said something like that. To a crowd in Liverpool, because Bellew is obviously from Liverpool. That's where he's
waiting for the disgraceful and comment that you were talking about.
Easy, calm down. No, but he said so. No, but you can't say that to the pundits, not to the actual fans. This time round, it's not that.
So he was the villain then?
Yeah, he was proper being the villain, and he was really trying to talk the fight up. This time round, it just seems like they've got a little bit more respect for each other. Bellew was never supposed to win, and he won. Bellew knows he won because he probably got a bit lucky, and Hay knows that he's been given a second chance because Bellew didn't have to fight him again. So it's an opportunity for both fighters. It's going to be a big payday. They're going to sell out the O2 Arena.
There's nothing happened to them since that fight, have they? They've not.
No, they've kind of just done a bit of commentary. And,
so they need to get back into the limelight. Let's get a fight going.
Well, Anthony Joshua is the biggest name in boxing in the world right now, and he's going to be looking for fights. He's going to take his mandatories. But if Bellew or David Hay can announce themselves as being the biggest heavyweights outside of Anthony Joshua in the UK, then that obviously sets up a really good fight for them, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So it'd be interesting. It'd be interesting to see how that pans out.
Ishfaq's responded, if you want to read what
he said. He said, we'll find out how good he is in his next fight. He's lost to Billy Joe, and that's the best fighter he's fought. Who's Billy Joe?
Billy Joe is the one that Junior lost to.
I know, Ishfaq just told me that.
So his next fight is against the WBA champion George Groves.
George Groves?
Or fellow Briton Jamie Cox.
Oh, okay. So that's
on the 14th of October.
So not long. What? That's next week?
Yeah.
He's got a fight next week and he fought last night?
Yeah.
How can you have two fights?
There's some sort of tournament going on, isn't there?
Right, I know nothing about this.
It's the World Boxing Super Series.
Okay. And they've got to fight every week?
Why not?
No, because boxers, don't they just do like 2-3 fights a year?
Yeah, that's
so
ridiculous,
trying to fight twice into. I mean, I guess he is up to fight.
I'm
fitness,
assuming it's not. I'm assuming it's not a 12-round. I don't know.
No,
I'm just purely guessing.
I think we're going to have to.
Ishfaq, come on, tell us.
I think we're going to have to do some research before our next show about this.
We've been saying that since show 1.
Have we? We need to get better at this, guys. We need to get better at this. But yeah, so I'm looking forward to the Hay Bellew fight. I'd like to see how
that's on the 17th December.
17th of December. O2 Arena, should we get tickets for that?
Yeah, Arif will sort him out.
Let's get Arif to get some tickets for that. Well, we're fast running out of time, and we've hardly mentioned any football. That's because Premier League action is off.
But we missed a couple of weeks, haven't we?
We did miss a couple of weeks, and we've missed a flying start to the season by both of the Manchester clubs.
Yeah.
So it's actually shaping up to be a very interesting...
I think, and I'm going to go and say it on record, whoever goes above Manchester City will win the Premier League.
So Man City are going to finish first or second?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's not going out on a limb. I said at the start of the season, the league's going to Manchester. I just didn't specify which club because I knew they were both going to be strong. I think they are going to be a 1-2. That's what I think. I think you're suggesting it's going to be City and possibly United.
Yeah.
So it kind
City just look very strong at the moment.
Yeah, they're scoring.
And United now going to have a few difficult games. They've got away to Liverpool's their next game.
Is that next weekend?
That's next weekend. Yeah. So that's on. I think it's a Saturday 12:30 kickoff.
Oh, does that mean I'm going to struggle to get a team out next weekend?
You will be.
Oh, cool. And we've got. So we'll be back with Premier League action next week. So we'll talk about that then.
Yep, of course.
But for the last 6-7 minutes of the show, we've been blessed with the pleasure of the company of Shahid. Shahid, assalamu alaikum.
Assalamualaikum.
Wa alaikum salam, guys.
Welcome to Salaam Sports. You're looking very smart. Don't tell me you were volunteering at the run in that suit.
I wasn't. No.
Shahid, you've joined us today because you were volunteering on Peterborough Park Run, Peterborough Great Eastern Run, the half marathon. You were handing out water bottles.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, we were. There was a few of us there, quite a few of us there.
A good team.
A good team there, and alhamdulillah, we were given the opportunity to volunteer.
Okay.
So we thought, right, excellent. We did it last year as well. When
Yeah,
you were taking part in the actual run.
I remember seeing last year.
Yeah, and we volunteered last year, and it was an absolutely amazing experience we had.
Sure.
In meeting the different people, the runners, the volunteers from all walks of life and everything, and it was just a really uplifting experience. And we thought this year again we had the opportunity. So excellent, can't miss it. Couldn't wait for it actually.
Excellent.
And we got down there, got a little team together, went there, and just had an absolutely amazing day there.
Brilliant. Where was your station?
We were stationed at the Park Road water station, which is just outside the Queen's Park, Central Park, between is it All Saints Road and the other road, I should know it, Princess Street.
Princess Street, yeah.
Princess Street, between the two.
And that's when the runners are coming back home.
That's coming, yeah. That's
about mile 11, 10?
That's mile 11, that is. 11. Yeah, mile 11. Mile 11. So when they set off from the embankment, they come down Eastfield Road and stuff, go past Queen's Park, along Park Crescent at the start of the race. That's the 2 mile mark. So they go down all the way up to Warrington, and on the way back, it's the 11 mile mark.
Brilliant.
So they just have a couple of miles to go back to the embankment to the finish line.
And did you see the difference in the faces when they were going out to when they were coming back?
Shattered, mate, shattered. You see it, and part of being there and handing out the water. It's about giving them that encouragement. And just think, well done, carry on. You've not got long to go and stuff like that. And it's a real buzz out there.
So I was coaching my kids this morning at 11 o'clock, and the runners were going along St Paul's Road. So I usually do a warm-up with the kids. So I took them onto St Paul's Road to run in the opposite direction of the runners, and I said to them, just repeat after me, good luck, and everyone was like, good luck, keep going, keep going, and the runners loved it, and the kids obviously they saw it as well, they loved it as well. It makes a massive difference, doesn't it, to the runners to see people on the side.
It does. It's encouragement, especially towards the end of the race, where we're located on Park Road. It's not long to go there, and it's that 2 mile marker, and they all know of it. That's that marker, and you're just feeling totally exhausted, and you can see it on their faces, and you got your bottles ready to give them.
Throw water at them as well, or just do they say? The runners normally say,
What I do normally is the ones that are squirting themselves, that have already got a bottle in their hands, they're squirting. I just squirt them as well.
I know they need. Just go,
I know they need. I know they need a splash all over them. Yeah, so I just do that, and then the rest of me just hand them out. But this year I did something different.
Go on.
Oh. I thought, you know what? We're always giving the water. I said, I'm going to challenge myself as well.
Okay.
How many bottles can I give? I didn't count. I didn't keep a count. I should have, but it gets too many.
Yeah.
But I was in the the get ready position.
Okay.
So when you start something, so I had my crate there, and I was just handing out, trying to beat everybody else. I'll give the most bottles kind of thing, just for a personal thing. And then at the end of it, believe it or not, I left there and my legs were aching.
So you trained as well.
So it's up and down.
So a water station, there's usually like a table, isn't there? And there's 3 or 4 people standing along the table, taking the bottles and handing them off. you must have been first in line thinking, every runner that goes past, I want to hand him one or her one, so they don't have to go down that table to get to the second or third person.
There's 4 tables,
okay,
and then there's just generally people just around anyway, and I was the second one in, kind of thing. And I had a good position, so you go through a lot of water bottles.
Absolutely.
I was doing a Facebook Live, you might have seen it on Mine's in the morning, and then once the stampede of races came through, I had to switch it off now. I thought, no, I can't do this because I've got too much water. I've got my phone, and I can't juggle.
Just to get your view on it, because I don't see it too often, but the people who crossed your station first, the leaders, how did their pace compare visually to the people who were towards the back end? I mean, we had Brother Mubarak in here. I don't know if you saw him. He had an orange top.
I see my Brother Mubarak. I also saw Brother Basharat.
Okay.
Yeah, there's 2 faces that I saw and recognized. He was from
Penny Appeal.
No, he's from Hot Pot.
Brother Basharat.
Brother Basharat from Hot Pot. I didn't see him. He shouted my name, and I looked over, and that's when I spotted him.
But the front runners, though, I mean,
could
you genuinely tell they were going much faster, or were they looking quite relaxed as well?
It was strange this year.
Yeah.
Last year there was about 5,000 people.
Sure.
And in the actual 13-mile half marathon, there was a lot more people taking part in that.
Right.
This year there was 8,000 people. But there was fewer people in the actual half marathon. There was more people in the in the fun run.
Got it.
Yeah, with the kids and the family and stuff.
Yeah.
So there's a lot more over there. We don't get to see that bit where we're situated on Park Road.
Nobody hands out bottles to the fun run kids, do they?
No, I don't. I don't know. I've never been in that part of it. I've been in the main run of it, and there was less people, but the pace was a lot quicker.
Okay.
A lot quicker. We couldn't believe it how quick. The first they set off with what was it? It's the wheelchairs.
Yeah.
The wheelchairs came round.
Yeah, they're super fast.
In some serious time.
Yeah.
But generally the main lead. The professionals that do it for a profession. There was 3 chaps this year. Last year there was a lot more. There was about 7 or 8 of them. There was 3 this year, and they were at speed.
Okay, we're out of time, Shahid. Thank you so much for coming. We'll talk again soon. Sadat, thank you for joining me. Inshallah, see you all next week.
Inshallah.